talk a little
whining.
Guardians baseball now, guys. The NFL season's almost here. FanDuel's making sure you're ready for kickoff with the can't-miss offer. But if you want to bet on other sports, not just football, whether you want to bet on the Guardians, whatever else, you can use the FanDuel app. And right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if that first $5 bet wins, they get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. So are you ready to play? If you are, download the FanDuel app now by visiting FanDuel.com/UCSS to get started. That is FanDuel.com/UCSS to place your first $5 bet. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Guys, the Guardians won again yesterday. They are now officially 66-66 on the season.
Yeah.
They are 4 games out in the wild card. They're 10.5 games out of the division. The division's out of the hand. But the question I had for you guys today is, with 30 games left to play, what does the Guardians' record have to be over those 30 games?
It's 4. Is it 4? It said 5 games out.
Go back, Steve. Oh, 5, sorry.
No, it is 4.5. The graphic's wrong.
Then the
If they're 66 and 66, that's 4.5 games. If Seattle's record is correct, then that is 4.5 games, and 4 in the loss column. The Guardians are not going to the playoffs.
No.
The question I want to ask you, though, is what record would they have to go in the final 30 games?
They got to win at least. They'd have to go at least 20-10.
Since
I
read the rundown and I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
I forget which team. Mariners. Mariners are 30th wild card right now.
Yeah.
They're on pace to win 87. So run the numbers.
That's
They'd have to go 21-9. Like they'd have to, and really more than that.
Right.
They'd have to go probably 22-8.
Seattle next?
I don't know if they have a tiebreaker. Have they, Mike?
By the way, that graphic, according to the ESPN standings, is accurate to what ESPN has. So
All right, it doesn't matter because
well,
they're
they
not
screwed
going.
up because I can do math, and that's 5.5 games, not 6.
well, it's 4 or 5. So
All right, whatever. It doesn't matter. They're not going to the playoffs.
That's 4.5 games.
Oh,
4.5
my
games.
God.
I'm sorry that I'm trying to be accurate.
No, you don't care any other time. You say nonsense all the time.
Jesus, you're being an ass. The Guardians are not going to the playoffs. They've got to win a minimum of 86 games to make it. They're not going to win 86 games. They're going to finish under 500.
I don't know if they'll finish under 500.
Oh, yeah?
They're 500 now.
Right, but they're
500. They
right.
go 15
What's
and 15.
their schedule the rest of the way?
I don't know.
The rest of the way,
They're playing more good teams than bad.
the Guardians play.
Yeah,
Seattle's
that's not
solid.
good.
Boston's good.
That's
Tampa
not
stinks.
good.
Kansas City's better than them.
Kansas City's in it right now. Not
And then
really.
after that, you
Yeah.
have the White Sox, Detroit, Minnesota, Detroit, and Texas.
All right, they're probably going to be under 500. You're right.
I think they're going to finish under 500. I'll say 80. I think 86 to 88 to get the playoffs.
So for the sake of the question, they'd have to go 20 or 22-8.
20 and 10 minimum to make the playoffs. There's no way. I know they had a nice streak there for a while. There's no way they're going to do that again. They're not good enough.
They'd have to play 700 minimum the rest of the way, and no team in baseball.
Well, that's 2/3 of their games. 667. It's possible they can get into 20 and 10. Mariners aren't playing great baseball. I mean, 20 would give them 86 wins. You said the Mariners are on pace for 87.
87, but that doesn't mean 87 gets you there.
No, but it doesn't mean it doesn't. Doesn't mean 86 doesn't. I don't. They played the Mariners once, so we don't know what they do against the Mariners the first time, because that's a tiebreaker.
I can tell you right now, the first time they played, the Mariners swept.
All right, so I don't know what the second. Obviously, the Guardians would have to sweep them, and then we go to the second tiebreaker. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Playing the Mariners. If they sweep the Mariners, then maybe it's a different story.
I think one team in baseball is over 600. Like, they're not playing 667 baseball the rest of the way. If you look at records,
No.
the Brewers are the only team, I think.
That is correct.
Over
the Brewers are the
600.
only team over 600.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not going to do it. They're going to win around 75 to 82 games, and it's a lost season. So
Especially because they're probably going to play more kids, I would think, the rest of the way.
they should.
Yeah.
Will we see Chase DeLauder?
Probably not.
Is he back?
Working his way back.
Yeah, no,
he's just going to
probably.
get hurt again. So
Well, that's why I want to see him in the majors before that happens.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could. You just can't count on him.
Nolan Jones got his first clutch hit of the year yesterday.
Well,
Yeah, how about that win? Nolan Jones in the 9th.
Ain't they?
And
but
then
the
Manzardo got the
roster-
game-winning hit.
That
in the 10th.
StatCast data finally paying off.
Don't the roster expand coming
Tomorrow,
out?
or Monday,
September
whatever,
1st.
September 1st, Monday, I think it is.
And
Monday. So who do you expect to call up?
Yeah, who's likely?
I hadn't thought about that.
They're not going to call up
Big Christmas.
anybody of significant, like anybody.
Maybe.
The only guys we'd be excited to
Ain't
see
no
would be
maybe.
DeLauder and Bazzana. They probably won't call either of them up. They'll call up they'll call Joey Cantillo back up probably, and then they'll call up maybe
guy.
Big Christmas.
I said
sir.
I said yesterday I don't think Bazzana debuts until May of next year.
Probably because
'Cause
they're
of
always looking at the
contract
bottom
time.
line. That's
Yeah.
all they care about.
I mean, Kwan started on opening day,
yeah,
so they've done it before with rookies, but I just don't think he's up until May.
probably
Meanwhile,
not.
the other ones is doing well, huh?
Who?
Chase Burns still bowling?
He's hurt.
He got hurt.
The
Yes, he did.
What's
freaking
the other kid that was hitting home
Nick
runs?
Kurtz.
Nick Kurtz.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to win the Rookie of the Year.
the Red Sox have a second-round pick that could
Yeah.
come up this weekend. I don't know if he will or not, but there's a lot of buzz around him. A
Who?
second-round
They've
pick.
already called up a bunch of kids.
No, that Tully. Peyton Tully, the pitcher.
Yeah. You've seen a lot of good prospects come up in the last few weeks and have success. The Mets called up their second best pitching prospect. He's been lights out. Tonight they're calling up their best pitching prospect, Tom.
I just mean Tully's from the Bazzana draft.
Oh,
a
I see.
second-round pick from that draft
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
up.
I want the Mariners to call up that kid that's a switch pitcher. You know,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
he throw with both
I
hands.
saw a
It's
clip
ridiculous.
of him. Yeah, I saw a clip of him in
If he
spring
makes
training.
it,
Yeah.
he will be the richest pitcher I've ever seen in my life.
Well, better be good just because you can switch pitch.
Throw 200 pitches a game,
Yeah,
100 with each arm.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Good. That's right.
And
Before we move on,
yeah.
Well, I wonder
Any
what the
other
record
thoughts?
is. What's the record for the most pitches thrown in a game?
I'll look it up one
From
second.
back in the
Sure,
day.
it's set back in the day before they were keeping track. Oh, way
100.
more than that.
You think it's more than that?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I have the answer.
Already? That was fast.
I mean, I googled it. Yeah. So assuming Google's right, what are your guesses?
Not,
Well, both got me nervous now.
I'm thinking it's like 180.
I'll say 157.
196.
Okay, according to Google AI, which is not the one I'm going to go off of, I'm going to use the other one. Google AI says Leon Cador on May 1st in 1920 threw 360 pitches. I'm not going off that.
Of course, they didn't pay attention to any of that stuff
Hold
back
on.
then.
300 pitches?
Jason,
There's
they
not
weren't
even
paying
300
attention.
pitches in a
No.
game.
I've seen teams in Little League throw a kid 150 pitches. They're not
Here's
nobody's
the
paying
answer.
attention.
Here's the answer I'm going to go with because this is actually in Major League's record
Oh
book.
my
All right.
goodness.
It's a guy you guys have heard of, Nolan Ryan. In 1974, June 14th, Nolan Ryan threw 235 pitches in a 13-inning start against the Red Sox.
It's different back then, man. Guys were built different. And by the way, Nolan Ryan never got hurt.
His
And by the way,
his arm probably fell off the show.
That game, 235 pitches, 19 strikeouts,
15 walks.
allowed 3 runs, and earned a no decision. Imagine pitching 235 pitches.
Yeah. How many
13
walks
innings.
did he have?
I can pull up the full box score.
He
Hold on
like
one
had
sec.
every game he'd have a lot of walks and a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, triple-double. Strikeouts and walks.
It was built different.
That dude's something else, man.
Oh, and he did it on just 3 days rest.
Of course. Well, that's what they picked. That's what
Oh,
they
my
did. It used to be
God.
four-man
Four-man
rotations.
rotations,
those
that's
days.
right.
And then he beat the crap out of Robin Ventura, who we've never heard from again since.
You won't talk about it.
What a wuss.
All right, you guys ready to move on?
You didn't give us his walks. How many walks did he have?
I can't find a full
Oh,
box
all right,
score. I
forget
just
it.
see
Don't worry about it.
I'm reading 2 articles and neither has the
Yeah,
walks.
all right. It's all right. Doesn't matter.